Hello, in this video we are going to do the first part of your cladogram, which is the character matrix, step 2. So let's go to your class notebook, and here is the activity in your class notebook. So just some housekeeping things before we get started on how to do this. How will you annotate this? You will annotate it by clicking on the draw function up here. Now, if you do not see this, it means that you are in the content library and you're not underneath your name. So go underneath your name and open up assignments instead of underneath content library. Then this should show up. So you click on your draw function. And once you click on your draw function, you're going to click on pencil. And then you'll be able to annotate this document like so. Okay, now for further on, you're going to need to possibly type on this document, and if you need to do that, then you would click on the here, and you'll be able to open up a text box above the document or to the side of the document, right? And you'll be able to drag that text box into the document and type on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
A good place to start is by reading the directions, so let's go ahead and do that. Cladogram analysis. What is a cladogram? It is a diagram that depicts evolutionary relationships among groups. It is based on phylogeny, which is the study of evolutionary relationships. Sometimes a cladogram is called a phylogenetic tree, though technically there are minor differences between the two. In the past, biologists would group organisms based solely on their physical appearance. Today, with the advances in genetics and biochemistry, biologists can look more closely at individuals to discover their pattern of evolution and group them accordingly. This strategy is called evolutionary classification. Cladistics is a form of analysis that looks at features of organisms that are considered innovations or newer features that serve some kind of purpose. Think about what the word innovation means in regular language. These characteristics appear in later organisms, but not earlier ones, and are called derived characteristics. So, in this assignment, we are going to be making cladograms and looking at evidence for evolutionary relationships, going all the way at the end to looking at some genetic similarities. So on this chart, what we're going to do is we are going to look at a worm, a spider, a carpenter ant, a housefly, a dragonfly, and we're going to fill out this chart. Cladograms. I made this PowerPoint to help us get through this. So you should have this character matrix in front of you, and we'll be filling this out very quickly. So worms. Worms are made of cells. Yep, there's a worm, and you should all know that all living things are made of cells, but they have no legs. So on our chart, we're going to say that worms have cells, but they do not have legs.
So in class notebook, what you do is you go up to your draw function, you click on that, you click on your pencil, you click on the color you want, let's say blue, and here you just go, okay, well, worms, they're made of cells. You just cross that off. You'll do that for the rest of this video where I'm doing something like the next one must be spider, and you'll just cross things off.
Let's look at spiders. Okay, well, spiders have legs, so we're going to go ahead and put an X on there. The fact that they have cells first and that they have legs. So they have both cells and legs. But do they have antennae? And the answer is no. Okay, so these things right here, these are polyps that help it eat, and then its fangs are right there. So there are no antennae on this. These are small hairs. So let's go to a carpenter ant. So a carpenter ant, well, it definitely has cells, because all living things have cells. And it definitely has 8 legs. All right. If you take entomology, you'll know that it only has 6 legs, where spiders have 8. And let's see, does it have antennae? Yes, and here's the antennae right here. So spiders do not have antennae, but carpenter ants do. Okay, let's move on to wings. Well, some of you might know that carpenter ants actually do have wings, but we're not going to put that on our chart. because not all of them have wings. It turns out that just the males and the females have wings. So it's the queen and the king that have wings, and then the worker ants do not. So for the sake of this cladogram, we're going to just say that they don't have wings. Okay, let's go on to the housefly. Well, again, the housefly, it's a living thing, so it's made out of cells. Definitely has legs. It is an insect, so it has 6 legs. And it does have antennae. You may not be able to see them, but they are right here. These are the antennae of a housefly. All right. So next thing, wings. And it definitely has wings. Okay, but what's unique, you may not know, is that housefly only have 2 pairs of wings. Right? There's another thing they have underneath the wing, and we don't need to go into detail on that, but they only have 2 pairs of wings that they use to fly. So they do not have this last thing, 2 sets. So let's go into our dragonfly. Now dragonflies, okay, once again, they are living, so they definitely have cells. They have legs, you can see those, and again, they're an insect, so they have 6 legs. Antennae. You can't see it unless you get really close, but dragonflies do have these antennae right here. All right, so they definitely do have antennae. And wings. They definitely have wings, but unlike a fly, they have 2 sets of wings, whereas flies only have 1 set. So we're going to put an X in the 2 sets. Okay, that fills out our matrix. So now we're going to go ahead and draw our cladogram from this. This is what your finished character matrix would look like. But I noticed that I'm at my 5-minute mark, so I'm going to stop this video. And in the next video, I'll show you how to do your cladogram drawing.